With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the ready.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, pump. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Let's go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Young now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Matchbox lights. Ready.
Young now from the 50. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down.
90, Wolf. Squeeze.
First and 10.
Ready, 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Johnson, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. 18. 57's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. And set.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit,
Here we go.
and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a...
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Stills the intended target.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Watson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
23 is the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough third and 12. Young off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Ray Guy now, and no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken right around the 44. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, first and 10.
The 49-yard line.
Good set. 19. 43. All day. All day. Rush in. Rush in.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
24, Chubb, the ball carrier. Cameron Jordan made the tackle.
On second and 7, Watson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. but it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Let's get this ball.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Ready, set,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
You got tight right there.
3rd and long for Young. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Get in the weight room.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Here's Watson taking a deep shot here into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. It got his man complete. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Check 99. Check 99.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. Going top ship. That's caught at the 25. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for football. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Space to run past the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
36-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 45 on 2nd down, Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
From the red zone now, Watson rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. David Johnson on his way. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big run there by Johnson. 71 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 10-2 song. It's a party now. Take 4, take 4. 36, 36. Go.
They'll run it with Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kenny Stills, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Young now, off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A 7-yard loss.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. To throw is Young. Throwing on 3rd and long. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Hit it.
Now Young on 4th down. And he finds Stills, complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Kenny Stills, 76 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
And he is into the end zone for a count.